Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ohio High School Playoffs at Lakota West High School here on Westchester TV. Tonight we continue the race for the state between Lakota East Thunderhawks and the Withrow Tigers. I'm Dave Royce with my partner courtside, Ken Yablonsky. Ken, should be a pretty good game tonight. These teams match up pretty well. What do you think we'll see?
Yeah, we definitely have a good matchup here. We've got Withrow, number 9, in the Division I Super Draw. We've got Lakota East, number 15. Withrow comes in with a 16-5 record. East comes in with a 10-12 record. East having a little tougher schedule. Withrow did have a first-round game against Coleraine. They beat Coleraine 63-27, and this is East's first game in the 2023 Division I Boys Basketball Sectional Tournament.
Yeah, East coming off a couple of wins here at the end of the season. Had a big win there over Sycamore, 49-44, and over Hamilton there. Went up north there, got a loss, and a loss to Oak Hills, which has been a great team here in the GMC. Again, like you said, GMC is a tough league to play in. Got a lot of tough schools here that they see in, every night, back and forth within this league. So should prepare the Hawks, though, their record doesn't show it that great. It looks like they're peaking at the right time as we get ready for the starting lineups here.
Players to watch here for Withrow: Alex Parks, averaging 16.1 points a game. Miles Rochelle, Chris Henry, Michael Johnson, and Anthony Mundine rounding the lineup for Withrow. Very dynamic team, a lot of height to them. 3 players listed at 6'6". Imagine they can play.
And they got some guys sitting on the bench at 6'4", 6'3". So we'll see how this works. We haven't had the opportunity to see Withrow really at all this year, so we'll see if they go deep in the bench, short in the bench. Time will tell here as we get ready for tip-off as the Lakota East Thunderhawks get ready for their starting lineup. Starting off with 0, Trey Perry.
Perry, the Hawks' leading scorer with 18 points a game.
And number 1, LeBron Powell. And number 2, Tyler Bachman, coming off his injury. Tyler looking good. That ankle's looking strong. Number 4, Julian Mitchell. And rounding it off with number 12, Derek Jackson.
Perry and Mitchell are the 2 that score for the Hawks primarily. Perry with 18 points a game, Mitchell 12.1 points a game.
Yep, Perry sitting there at the top of the GMC leaderboard in points and assists. Sits at number 3 currently right now for points overall. Ken, as we get ready for the orange ball to be tossed up here for the tip-off, and DJ little height disadvantage there, which we'll see how that plays out in the paint tonight. And Withrow will take possession right away as Henry looks to drive, gets it over to Mundane. He takes a shot, comes off, and Lakota grabs the rebound.
Good-looking shot by Mundane. He was open for 3. Hawks are going to be a little more deliberate here than Withrow. Withrow most likely run and gun, but Hawks methodical, paced.
Bachman over into the corner to DJ, back to Bachman. Tyler assesses the situation, hands it over to Mitchell. And Julian gets it into Perry. Perry takes a 8-foot jumper, doesn't come down. And Withrow Tigers will bring it back up on the other end. Of course, Tigers in the black, Hawks are in the white.
Alex Parks there, controlling the ball, point guard for Withrow. He is a senior.
Tigers there with a double screen there, Ken, on that right side, leaving the paint wide open with that height advantage.
Hawks in a man-to-man defense here.
Johnson with the
Good
ball.
action.
Finds Rochelle, yeah. Over to Parks.
And we're going to see the ball in Parks' hands quite a bit tonight. Everything funnels through him. He's a great court leader, understands the game really well.
Nice spin move off the pick. And Tigers moving the ball well here, taking their time, being patient. Hits off the side of the backboard. And we're going to call a push on that.
Yeah, Hawks are going to get push underneath on the rebound.
So
it kind of looked like the ball hit the side of the backboard, but
that's what I thought,
the best
too.
Angle there.
So I saw it hit the backboard, but apparently the Stripes had a push on Derek Johnson. So DJ gets the first foul of the game. Tigers had the ball underneath their own hoop. Wide shot, airballed. Offensive rebound. That gets put back by or Rochelle, and he gets the first 2 for the Tigers.
Good offensive rebound by Miles Rochelle and put back. Gets the scoring underway here with the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Both teams being patient, methodical. There's going to be a reach.
So Perry into Bachman. Tyler tries to drive the baseline there, Ken, and big number 5 Johnson has to grab him.
See this again here. They go into Bachman, and just as he makes a little step move there, you see the body bump. Not too much contact, but called nonetheless. Officials want to make sure that they get control here.
So definitely height advantage on that there, Ken, with the Tigers up against Bachman, but he was a little bit quicker and drew the foul. Now we get a quick substitution as DJ shoots one from the corner, off the rim, and back as Josiah Smith comes in for Tyler Bachman.
Park settles in for the Tigers.
And that helps the Hawks with a little bit of height as Josiah goes right about 6'5".
Chris Henry drives and kicks it out. There's a kick out from...
And great play. Won't see that on the sheet, so Josiah Smith has a great box out there, Ken, on Henry that allows the teammate to get that rebound. And Williams hits a 3-pointer and puts the Hawks up. 3-2.
Julian Mitchell from the outside there, and there's a shot by Rochelle. Rochelle knocks it down for his next 2 points.
And the Tigers come right back and answer.
They called that a 3. I didn't think that was a 3. On the scoreboard it shows as a 3. We'll see if that holds.
There's a trip. So Moondane's going to get the trip here. You'll see Perry take the ball. Tyler's quick, and yeah, you got your feet tied up in there.
Little foot tangle.
Yeah. A couple people asking for a hook there. I don't think so.
Jackson inbounds the ball to
a lot of arm guarding
Perry
at this level. So Tyler has the ball right now up top. Runs that offense. Mitchell gets it, looks it back. Tyler drives the lane, goes up with the left hand, comes up short to the rim. And a quick rebound. A trick.
Drive inside by the Tigers, no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds to the Hawks. Lakota ball.
So Hawks ball, my bad there. Tyler Perry. Trey had that drive, came up short on the rim. And a quick rebound there, Ken, by Parks for Withrow, and brought it up real quick.
Interesting that both teams' leading scorers are their point guards here. Ball in their hands a lot. Not typically from the Lakota East Thunderhawks to have that, but sure enough, there's a pass
nice
inside
feed
to
right
Mitchell.
into Mitchell.
Good finish by Mitchell.
Great feed on the cut, and the Tigers bring in Ingram. I see in the game for them. Ingram Jr. He was playing defense there against Perry.
Ball movement on the perimeter by Withrow. Got away with a little foot drag there. Back to Parks up top.
As you said, Ken, Parks is definitely generaling this offense for the Tigers as he takes a little hop step, gets in the lane, and they're going to call him for the travel there. Just one too many bunny hops.
Tyler Bachman comes back in for the Hawks, replacing Derek
See
Jackson.
that hop right there, Ken. 1, 2. Yep, not the NBA.
Good dish nonetheless, but
yeah, something the Hawks are going to have to watch, right? That backdoor cut he was wide open if he doesn't travel there.
So all tied up here, 5-5 early.
At the 3:38 point here in the first quarter, as we bring you the game on Westchester TV here at Lakota West Ohio High School Playoffs.
Bachman over to Perry. Perry back up top to
Mitchell, way deep on that 3-pointer, and somehow the shortest guy on the court comes up with that rebound again. Parks is all over the court right now, Ken.
Yeah, Parks did a nice job, but he thought he pushed off, but no, they're going to call it on LeBron Powell.
I'm really surprised with that. That arm bar was, I'd say, square in Powell's chest here. We'll see the replay, Ken. A couple dribbles through the legs. There's that arm. Wow. Well, that's what you feel out in the first quarter, right? What they're going to call, what they're not going to call.
It's going to be Powell again, I believe. Unless they get Smith for it. Nope, they're going to get Smith. Atkins was going to get Powell out there.
Yeah, he thought the foul was, as we thought, potentially on LeBron Powell, but not. Now Mundane has the ball.
Withrow does a nice job screening. They look like a very well-coached team.
Yeah, Ingram comes in, I guess, for Parks there. So now there's another travel by the Tigers. And that ball will go the other way. So the Tigers coach decides to grab a TO here, Ken, at just inside the 3-minute point. Didn't like something there after that play as the Hawks were going to inbound the ball, and he quickly yelled across the court and asked for a 30-second timeout. It's going to change up some personnel, it looks like.
And great start to this basketball game. Both teams being patient, methodical, doing a good job rebounding, making sure that whatever shot they're going to take is the correct shot and not rushing anything up. See both teams huddling up there. A lot of coaches on both teams. I count about 7 or 8 coaches for the Hawks and 5 or 6 for Withrow. So a lot of great basketball minds out there. Getting everyone in the know and supporting players. So,
yeah, it looks like a D1 program here with the first 6 or 7 seats filled with coaches. And Withrow has a check-in for Williams, comes into the game. So it looks like they went down in size, so maybe they're bringing speed in, I don't know, with 2:56 left. As I think Henry came out for Williams.
Both teams 5 points. Both teams have only one player scoring all 5 points.
And
there's Perry.
Perry off a little bit. Oh, Josiah battling for the ball. That's a tough one.
Yep, going to get Josiah
That's a
Smith
tough one.
over the top there. Michael Johnson had very good position underneath, and Smith climbed his back a little bit. Jarek Jackson's going to come in for Smith.
So DJ back in the game.
Hawks having a little light court man-to-man pressure here.
As Powell steps up against Mundane as he's taken over as Parks is sitting on the bench. Kind of surprised Parks has been on the bench this long, Ken. After that TO, I thought he would be back out there. As now Rochelle's putting on a little dribbling clinic, showing he can handle the rock, being a big post man.
Hawks are stymieing that drive inside, but a little steal. And
there's that backside just standing on the block.
And Rochelle with his 7th point. So only number 4s have scored so far.
Interesting.
Mundane number 4 for Withrow, and Mitchell number 4 for East. 7-5. Withrow, low
Bachman
scoring.
looks underneath, finds Mitchell.
Cut.
Nice cut, backdoor, pretty reverse layup. And that'll knot it up here, Ken, at 1:44 and counting in the first.
Yeah, great play. They must have seen something and adjusted in the timeout because that was a nice play inside.
Nice
There's
play by
Johnson
Bachman, catches him on the spin move.
There's
Trey goes over to Powell. Powell sets his feet. Boom for 3 down. And now the scoring's starting to spread around a little bit.
Got great drive and dish there by Perry. Caden Meadows set to check in for the Hawks at the next dead ball.
And the Tigers definitely looking to push the lane there. Coach Atkins wanted to walk on the spin move, didn't get it.
Good little spin by Anthony Mundane there.
He was rolling the hands, asking for the travel, didn't get it. Now Perry goes in, draws attention. Looks like the Hawks are going to play the old last shot.
Yeah, something over the years the Hawks have perfected. Very good ball control team here at the end. And
Perry
Perry
goes in
with
strong.
the drive.
And he goes up left-handed, and he's going to draw the foul. And this will be our first charity stripes shots.
Yeah, nice job by Perry of driving in and switching hands there right at the end. He moves from the right hand over the left hand and makes sure he drew the contact there.
Just a little high on the glass or he'd be in there to make the three-point play, right?
Perry misses the first. Perry is a 78% free throw shooter on the season.
So we got the cheerleaders are in the house too on both sides, the Hawks and the Tigers. As we can hear them hollering at the free throws. And Perry hits the second one. So 11-9 here with the last 30 seconds, and let's see what the Tigers are going to do. They're going to hold for the last shot, or are they going to attack the basket as they've been doing? As they go deep into the corner over there to Ingram. Now Mundane. And Tigers pull it back out. Coach is calling a play here right in front of us.
5 seconds, most likely Parks is going to drive through.
And
He's going
Parks
to pull
steps
up
back,
for a deep three-pointer.
and he airballs it, and that'll be the end of the first. Withrow Tigers 9 and the Lakota Thunderhawks 11.
Don't be Randy. Get the fob out.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to Lakota West as we have a Ohio High School tournament game here between your Lakota East Thunderhawks over in West Side against the Withrow Tigers. Right now, the Hawks are just up 2, Ken, but been a tough fought first quarter.
Yeah, very methodical by both teams. Both teams extremely well coached, pass the ball well, drive and dish. And, neither one has been able to go on a little run of shots in a row. Was 5-5 for the longest time, and 11-9. Hawks with barely a lead here. Withrow putting a little pressure on. First
right away
we've
there,
seen that.
Looking for the double trap there, and the Hawks break it quickly with a big rainbow pass, and now Bachman looking over for Mitchell. And just two foul shots. Withrow had one shot at it, and the Hawks had one free throw, and so though a couple of fouls, only 2 shooting fouls.
Yeah, pretty clean game. I mean, there were some fouls on some rebounds.
Big shot there. Powell's feeling it over there in the corner, Ken.
Yep, same spot that he hit the three-pointer earlier, extending the Hawks lead. Withrow coming in as the 9 seed. Hawks coming in as the 15 seed.
So if the Hawks can get the three-pointer going, and there's another walk.
Yeah,
as Coach Atkins is in the ear right now of the Stripes, keeping a close eye on those feet.
Good longtime friend of mine, Brian Seltzer, there on the call.
He didn't get the last one, or he didn't get the one prior to that, but he got that last one. So travel by Tigers, too many steps, and turnover over to the Hawks as they bring the ball in their half-court offense.
Bachman Meadows in on the inside for the Hawks, matching up on size with Withrow. Withrow definitely has the height advantage today.
Yeah, Meadows playing that big post position, and Powell hits another one, and feed the hand, Ken. That's what I say. If it's hot, feed it. And right now, LeBron Powell is shooting it from that corner.
It's his third three-pointer, all from the same spot on the floor.
So Henry throws it over in the corner, back up to Parks as the Tigers look to set things up.
There's Henry with the ball up top, and
going to get a foul over there, I think, on Meadows. 31 with the hands.
A little hand check trying to slow the drive down.
So Jackson comes in for Bachman. As Parks gets the ball in the inbound, goes off the rim. Big rebound, though, by Meadows there. Good block out, gets it to Perry. And Trey pushes the issue quick up court.
There's Mitchell with the ball up top. He dribbled once, and now he can't dribble again. Over to Powell.
Over
They're
to Powell.
Reset.
As
Withrow
Perry comes up.
Very tight man-to-man defense here. Hawks
Powell
having a hard
definitely
time
has the
getting
quickness
through.
advantage there. Looking for Meadows. And so far, Trey Perry can't find the three handle right now. As that went now, Powell with a big steal, bounces up high. That took a really strange bounce.
Teams for the next matchup are starting to pile in here to Lakota West. That's going to be Hamilton against Archbishop Moeller, the Crusaders, the 3 seed in this sectional. Winners of this game will play the winner of that game.
Looks like the Moeller Crusaders walking in, as you mentioned, Ken, in their white sweats. That looked like too many steps there, too.
Good, strong rebound by Henry, puts it back up and in.
Big rebound as Johnson originally through the lane. Looked like he took a couple of steps there.
Hawks have been doing a very good job stopping the drive of the Withrow Tigers. As long as they keep that up, looks like that's what the Tigers want to keep doing. And there's a poke away by
Trey, gets his back pocket picked, and then he fouls on the other end.
Mundane with the steal and goes up strong on the other end.
Kind of surprised Coach Adkins has LeBron out there running this with his hot hand over in that corner, Ken. I would think you'd continue to feed that hot hand sitting over there. But he's moved LeBron out top and having Trey kind of come over on this right-hand side wing, looking to set him up for a three-point shot or a drive. Now Bachman comes back in for Meadows.
This is the first one. Nobody on the line there for Withrow. Coach wanted to talk to them all, so now didn't get them there in time, so they're going to be behind the lane. Mundane is a 54% free throw shooter.
And it didn't matter. So Bachman comes in for Meadows. The Hawks go down a little bit in size, and the Tigers got their 3 bigs in right now.
And Withrow with the
As
full
Bachman with a nice drive and breaks the press. And size doesn't matter if you don't get back to play D, right?
Yeah, Withrow with 3 men in the backfield trying to trap. 2-man trap. One looked a little misplaced. And Hawks broke it easily and got the wide open layup.
Yeah, they've got Henry, Rochelle, and Johnson in there, the 3 starters, all at the 6'6" frame, but couldn't get back and defend with Parks out top now as he passes over to Johnson. And he does a fadeaway off the rim. And
Big
Henry
rebound, Henry, and slams it home.
That is a nice one. Got another look at that as Henry goes upstairs and grabs the rebound and shoves it through the rim.
There's Powell to the corner.
Finds Mitchell. Mitchell comes off the rim. Not too many rebounders down there, but Jackson.
Parks
comes right back.
Go coast to coast and knock it down, 19-16.
And 4 quick points here by the Tigers have cut into the Hawks' lead.
Coach Atkins wanted to keep his timeouts for the second half to make sure that possession. And
Benny,
there's Powell to the rim.
There, LeBron Powell takes it straight in. Oh, hey there.
Parks lost it a little bit, but regathered. Gets it over to Henry up top.
So Hawks had a 7-point lead there, and Tigers cut 4 of it off. And right now, Johnson's heating up, Ken. He looks like the hot hand for the Tigers right now. As the coach, though, is giving him a whole bunch of lip right now after hitting a 3-pointer. But I think that was all on the press break, right, of him not getting back playing defense.
Yep. See him getting a close-up, talking to. You can score, but you got to play both ends there. You got to play offense and defense.
Exactly.
So coach talking to Michael Johnson there, reassuring him that all's good. Just got to make sure you get back on defense there. Don't give up anything easy.
So we got a full timeout here as both teams take a quick seat and get in their huddles as Coach Atkins has his Thunderhawks in there, giving him the info, what he's going to do here. Running down in the second quarter as the Tigers have definitely cut into this lead and now just sits at 2 after the three-pointer by the Tigers.
Withrow very balanced scoring there. Their players on the floor, 4 points, 7 points, 3 points, 2 points, 3 points. So doing a great job of not relying on one person to do all the scoring. Good passing team, good screening team, and 21-19.
So no cheating there, right, Ken? You got to guard everybody that's on the court. As you pointed out, Withrow really spreading the ball out. Hawks not doing a too bad a job as Powell and Perry have the lion's share, but everybody up on the board's pretty much contributed up there. DJ's got an offer, but
Tigers,
he's been coming in and out.
Gamier Williams into the game for the Tigers.
As Mitchell cuts back, sees Perry. Perry out top, shoots it. 3 ball.
First field goal for Perry, and the Hawks need that right now.
So, and Mitchell's right up there on the scoreboard leader for the Hawks. So, Coach Atkins got the guys he wants in there right now with a 2:40 and counting left in this quarter. As the Tigers are looking to drive. A lot of drive and dish out for the Tigers. Now Parks skies one up. That's twice now, Ken. He's just got inside that three-point line, about the 15-footer, and just kind of arcs one up and in.
Yeah, he's got some good height on his jump shot there. And that's going to be an offensive push-off on Perry.
Yeah, I've got another look there. I think Trey was pulling in, and right at that moment, right, he was fine till the very end there, Ken, I think, and then he brought the elbow up, made the push off, and he's going to pick up his first foul.
So Hawks, it's his
brings Meadows back in.
Second, I believe.
So Meadows, Jackson, Mitchell, Bachman, and Powell as they go right up over top, and Mitchell grabs the rebound.
Great position there on the rebound.
And we're going to get a foul down in that post position on number 12.
It's going to be Williams' second foul, only the fourth on Withrow. Withrow playing very clean. They know when to let up on the rebound.
Yeah, 7 on the Hawks, though. So they got to watch going forward here, right, Ken? This will be 1-1 the rest of this half for the Tigers. If the Hawks can just stay off the foul train there as Powell brings it up. As Perry's taking a quick breather and Powell looks to drive that left side. And now looking around, assessing the situation here. A lot of Hawks moving around. Bachman asking for the ball, and not sure what happened there in that exchange, why nobody could pop out and help him out.
Mundine with the 3, and we're going to foul underneath on the rebound.
Again, Meadows, I think, had good position on that.
They're going to call the foul there on Julian Mitchell, I believe.
Oh, I thought it was going to be on number 4, Withrow.
And here's Dante Ingram Jr. shooting free throws.
And Ingram wasn't even the shooter on that, so I'm not for sure what Mitchell must have done on that play, but
Ingram is 71% free throw shooter on the season. This to cut it to 1 if he makes it.
And he does. And we got a 1-point game now as things get to become real interesting here. As now Powell runs it. Meadows gives him a great pick.
Good feed inside.
Meadows with a nice pick to get Mitchell open, and he gets little careless from behind, and a great hands by Bachman to save probably a dunk right there, Ken.
Yeah,
so
they got it over to Parks, whose hand they wanted it, and Parks feeds it into Henry, and then Bachman has Henry's going up, and it was okay if he fouled him there, but
yeah, I think we were going to get a
stole the inbounds pass.
I think we were going to get a Phi slam a jam on that one. So
less than a minute to go in the half. Hawks lead by 1.
These Tigers are always looking behind them too, right? So the Hawks have gotten a little careless a few times with the ball if they've gotten picked from behind. And
yeah, great hands. I mean, to be that intense on defense and aggressive and still only have 4 fouls.
So I think here we're going to go with the last shot, Ken, as Mitchell dribbles out top. And now Withrow coach says get up on top of him and start the 5 count as Mitchell has it. As Powell comes up and gets the ball. Withrow coach really getting involved here as Powell tries to go up. And what was that? Oh, okay, just out on Powell. I thought he was going to. We got a little discussion here right in front of us, as the Withrow coach was adamant about something here.
Don't know if that's going to be an inadvertent whistle or not quite sure what got sorted out there though, but it's going to be Withrow ball underneath. 13 seconds left.
And they're going to roll it in, and yeah, I would force him to pick that up too as number 34, Perry, comes in and lets him drive straight down off the rim. Oh, off Bachman's hand, and the Tigers are going to get another look at this with the offensive rebound, and it's going to be down to the baseline, and the horn's going to blow. So that's the end of 2. Hawks 24, Tigers 23. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for second half action here at Lakota West as your Lakota Thunderbirds, or Thunderhawks, I should say, we're at the Firebirds home. So the Hawks up right now, 24-23 over the Withrow Tigers. And Ken, pretty exciting first half there as East was tied up. East took a little bit of a lead, and then the Tigers came running back there at the end to bring this within 1 at the half.
Yeah, real close game there. Only a couple lead changes, but possession for possession matching one another. There's a pass to the outside, and
that it's going to be Johnson as he had the toes on the line, Ken, and he just takes a little step back and hits the three-pointer there.
So it doesn't take long for Withrow to take the lead in the second half. Hawks kept in the game by their three-point shooting. They have 15 points off threes, Withrow with only 6, so 5 three-pointers to 2. For the Hawks, Withrow tends to drive to the basket for their points. Hawks are shutting it down. There's Bachman for 3.
Bachman with the three-pointer and answers the mail right there and goes back with the 1-point lead. So, yeah, Ken, so far the shooting for the Hawks has been the answer As everybody wanted a little bit of block there, Parks kind of throws a little frustration
Parks,
throw over there, takes a kind of look at the ref as they wanted a block on Johnson. Now we see
into a crowd there. Powell
Ingram
staying with him, and he wants to take Powell hard to the basket.
Yeah.
He does. Banks it in on a layup.
And right now, so far, Powell had the hot hand in the first half for the Hawks, right? And he's got 2 fouls, so if you can get a cheap third one on him early, Ken, right? He's going to have to go sit on the bench for a little bit.
Yeah, Perry goes hard to the basket and misses. There's the outside shot just off the left side by
Johnson.
Johnson.
And he was the one that was heated up there and helped to make the run for the Tigers in the second quarter. But boy, he got an earful from the coach on his defensive play as Powell goes driving the lane.
Does a nice job switching hands again like he did earlier and got to the line. Like to see that again if we could when he gets the ball up in the air. And again, Withrow.
LeBron with a really strong drive there, goes strong on the glass amongst the trees of the Tigers down there. Both posts down there, as you stated at the beginning of the game, listed here at 6'6", and LeBron takes it right to him.
So
unfortunately, we had Perry on the backside who was going to get that rebound for an easy layup, but LeBron goes to the line, misses the first.
So 3 lead changes in the first half, and now we've already had 3 in the second half. And now Powell with a chance to tie the game.
And he gets the second. So tied up, as you said, Ken, 28-28 here early in the third as Parks commands the floor, gets it over to Mundane. He takes a shot, goes wide, and Powell grabs another rebound. Trey Perry come beyond the NBA line. Hits the 3 ball.
That's now 7 3-pointers for the Hawks.
And now you see that point distribution getting spread out more by the Thunderhawks. You know, Ken, the other story so far in the first half has been rebounds, offensive rebounds specifically, as the Tigers had 5 extra chances there. And that's going to come right up here to the booth. A little hot action on our end.
Showcasing the hands. Well done. You still got it.
Still trying. Yep. One-handed there. So, yeah, we're saying the Tigers had 5 extra chances where the Thunderhawks came up 0 offensive rebounds in that first half, and something they're going to have to get here in the second half.
Yeah, clearly a height disadvantage there, and there's an offensive rebound on
And just as we say it, DJ had a great chance there, went up with the left hand, but gets the Hawks off the 0 there on the 0 rebounds.
Right on cue.
Now, sometimes we're the jinxers, sometimes we've got the mojo. So
Withrow's going to inbound under their own basket. Again, 8 lead changes so far, 5 in the second half already.
I think they're going to be looking for 5. What do you think? I think Johnson's their guy right now, right? As they try to get a cheap one in the lane, can't find it, goes to Parks. Parks is looking around. Johnson's inside, battling heavy in there. Got a mismatch right now with, there's a good push off. Block, that's a charge. If DJ just stands in there a little longer, right? If he just holds his spot a little longer here, Ken, take a look.
Yep, nice drive there, and he shuffled a little bit.
If he just keeps the feet planted, that's a charge all day long. You just got to keep him. I know it's tough, right? You just got to grit down and then just take the charge as Johnson goes a line. Wow, there's a big rebound.
Johnson, 81% free throw shooter.
And they're going to call that on Mitchell as he had position. Now, that's an interesting call, too, as Mitchell had position, but I guess didn't box out.
Mitchell. Into Mundane, and that's going to be
there you go. I'll tell you what I've been seeing here, the hard, belly button pressure, right? We talk about when they pick up the ball. That's when the Tigers seem to be traveling, shuffling those feet. So I'm sure Coach Atkins is watching that in the entourage on the bench there is picking that up.
So
As Coach Dews, I'm sure, is eyeballing that. He's had his fair share down there as through the Lakota program and down at the U of M.
They're going to get Julian Mitchell there for the grab. And East is going to inbound under their own basket. Down one, up one.
31-30, as you mentioned there, Ken. Foul's still pretty even, as Powell has to go deep to Bachman, but unfortunately Bachman has 6'6" Johnson covering him, and so that ball's got to get way up and over. So they get a turnover, and then a loose ball by the Tigers is going to go Hawks' way. So the Hawks dodge a bullet there on possession on a tight-fought game, as we see Josiah Smith now in.
And Withrow with number 13, Mundane, just smothering Trey Perry, making sure he does not get the ball. So great defense by Withrow, shutting down Perry, but he does have it up top now.
Perry sitting there taking a look, got the 5 count going. And
kind of a distance 5 and a quick 5.
Yeah, that's really surprising right in front of our own bench there, Ken, with that trio of coaches down there.
I'm not sure anyone saw that the count was happening, because he was at least more than an arm's length away.
Yeah, then I saw the arm going, counting, and that 5 came very quick.
So we're going to get a foul on Bachman here.
Turnover by the Hawks, and then another foul. So that brings the count up to 4.
Flurry of fouls here.
And now the Hawks need to start buckling down and playing tough defense without reaching in, as there's quite a few deuces up there in the foul area.
It's Mundane controlling the ball after a couple pokeaways.
And looking on the Tiger side, they are in good foul position, as they got a lot of goose eggs and ones.
Yeah, a bunch of fouls in a row.
So here's a mismatch with Parks. Going to go against, there's another foul.
Going to get Bachman there. Bachman got him on the arm as he was going up. That's 3 on Bachman.
And then he's probably going to get a quick seat here.
So Jackson's going to come in for Bachman.
Parks misses the front end of that.
Parks 76% free throw shooter on the year. A lot of misses for Withrow. Withrow, a pretty good free throw shooting team.
Yeah, they
Parks gets the second.
Didn't have many in the first half, but 3 for 4. But so far this side of the half, they're struggling, as there's some bumping.
We're tied up for the 4th time tonight.
As nice backdoor cut for Mitchell, back to Perry. And Perry needs to get hot here for the Hawks as he looks to Smith. Josiah up to Mitchell.
Powell's been shut down.
Mitchell has definitely
too.
a mismatch here by about 7 inches. I'd say he had the advantage. Oh, nice play. Nice pass by LeBron to Josiah Smith with the reverse layup. And the Hawks break the tie. 33-31 at the 2:44 mark here. And Coach Atkins asks for a full timeout.
Yeah, that's a great timeout by Coach Atkins. Typically what happens is we had a couple players off the great passing, a little out of position. Withrow would have done quick inbound and drove all the way down to tie it back up. So Atkins making sure that everyone's going to be in position defensively here. I wouldn't be surprised if he put something on full court, try and pressure Withrow a little bit.
So there you see all those black and gray sleeved shirts there with the coaching crew for the Hawks, as Coach Atkins is in there on his knee with the players.
A lot of investment of time by those coaches in these players, running all their camps they run, extra time with players, helping them study, helping them get good grades. Very well-oiled machine program that Coach Atkins has built here over the years.
Conditioning, right? Just fundamentals.
So 33-31 on the reset here. by the Hawks. They are not going to full court pressure.
And peeking over here to our right, the Withrow huddle, very calm. Coach giving the instructions.
A well-coached team. It looks like they've been here before. A lot of close games on their
so
results.
They got a double stack at the post, looking for Johnson, trying to get him out. And
they're going to get
Jackson.
DJ. DJ on the little poke away inside. Trying to lob it inside there. Long pass from Parks to
I think that was going to be an alley-oop.
Johnson.
I think they were looking for the alley-oop bang there. And I think DJ gave a good arm bar there. I'm really surprised at some of the calls here. But the Hawks are going to have to, they got to box out. You can't just expect your size that you're going to get a ball here tonight if you don't put a butt in somebody and box out, as Powell now has a little trouble with the dribble and recovers, gets to Perry. And Perry draws the foul along the sideline there on the Tigers.
Already. Tigers are going to shoot the 1-and-1. So over 2 minutes left. Oh,
so that was on the Tigers against 0. And bring the foul count 6-3, and the Hawks need to continue to draw some here, Ken, so they can be close to that 1-and-1 bonus as Perry drives the lane.
Yeah, great floater there. 2 steps in the lane and just floats it up in the air and down. Good athletic move by Perry.
Yeah, pretty ball there to continue the 2-point lead as Withrow goes off the rim hard, and Mitchell grabs that one off as they were trying to shoot the 3-pointer. And Perry grabs it, shoots on it again, way deep, and hits the 3-pointer and gives the Hawks that 5-point lead now. And Perry was asking for it, Ken. He was standing over here wide open, feet set, shoulders squared up, knew where he was on the floor.
And there's not get the roll. Good rebound.
Good rebound by Smith. He just looks around, dribbles out. And that's why post players got to know how to dribble too, Ken, right there. When all your guards are tied up, dribble it on up, get across the line, then get it back to your guard. And Perry has things right now in his hands. As Mitchell goes up, he throws the left-hand floater. Meadows in there fighting for the ball long enough for Powell to get it, and he goes with a floater. And he gets a rebound, and that's 2-0 rebound, so we'll just keep talking about him, right?
Yeah, Powell follows his own shot, knew it was going to be a little long back of the iron, and went up strong to get the rebound.
And that's another foul that the Hawks were looking for, not a shooting one, so they'll have the ball underneath their basket.
Withrow's going to take a timeout. Johnson out of the game now with the 2 fouls. They're going to have to make a few adjustments there.
And coach is just not happy with him.
38-33. Yeah, Johnson seems like the kind of tough love responder.
Yeah.
Kind of get good crowd piling in. We've got game after this, Hamilton and University of Moeller coming up with the winner of that game playing the winner of this game. Hawks with a 5-point lead. They did have a 9-point lead early in the game, 17-9. I'm sorry, an 8-point lead, 17-9. So.
Yeah, Ken, a little thin when we first started the broadcast tonight. That 5:30 start, a little early. People getting off work, but definitely filling in here for this game. And like you mentioned, starting to see a little bit of blue and gold and blue and white showing in here, getting ready for the next matchup. Unfortunately, we won't be carrying that game that I know of. So we just want to shout out to Westchester TV and those who follow Westchester. We appreciate you. We appreciate the guys bringing this game, the cameramen and the guys out in the truck giving us the replays and running this broadcast. We do appreciate it. So hit the Westchester TV up and subscribe and like as we get a quick inbound to Perry. And he goes off the rim. Now the Tigers have the ball.
Bring it up a little slowly here. Parks bringing it up. A little methodical like they started the game. Good screening action again There's Mitchell up top.
Under that minute mark, Ken, as you mentioned there, and they're just running the weave here, I think, looking for the last shot as number 4 goes up strong, gets his own rebound, gets another one, and that one's going to go off of Henry, I think. With 20 ticks left, Hawks are going to hit another shot at this.
Yeah, Rochelle with 2 chances there. See the drive inside by Rochelle, blocked partially. Gets his own rebound, misses, and just goes out of bounds. So
off of Henry, and now the Hawks have it here.
Rochelle's the one that got him going early in the game. He had their first 7 points, I believe.
So Johnson in here looking to get the ball into Bachman. And I see the Tigers brought Johnson in, so he got a short stint there on the bench next to the coach, and then he's back in as now Perry has it, looking to drive, clears out some space over to Powell. Powell quick to the bucket, and he's going to draw another foul as he goes up. This one's going to be a shooting one, Ken, and he's going to go to line. You see LeBron go up, gets all kinds of attention. 3 guys collapse on him as Mundane and Rochelle was up there, and so he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Hawks with a couple substitutions waiting to come in after the first one, protect against the fouls there. I would assume coming in for Bachman and Smith, Bachman and Jackson.
Yep.
Into the game is Elijah Perry.
Don't want to pick up any cheap fouls here with 5 ticks left, right? And you called it perfectly, Ken, as Bachman and Jackson both come out.
Meadows and Elijah Perry into the game.
And Powell hits that one too. So Tigers bring it in, bring it up quick with just a couple of ticks left. And they're not even going to get a shot off there at the end. Great D by the Hawks there. And we'll end the third. 40 Thunderhawks, Tigers 33.
Hey, Aaron.
Hello.
Westchester wants to know, can I keep chickens in my backyard?
So in Westchester, the requirement to have chickens or any livestock, frankly, in your yard is to have a lot of at least 3 acres in size or more. If you have 3 acres or more, feel free to have that chicken coop and enjoy those farm fresh eggs. If you're under 3 acres in Westchester, I'd invite you to check out the market, which we have every Saturday. During summer months, during good weather, you'll find it by the clock tower, the square at Union Center by the clock tower. During winter months, it goes indoors to Mulhauser Barn. Every Saturday, you can find farm fresh items available to you at the market here in Westchester. Thanks for joining us this evening. If you have things you'd like Westchester Wants to Know to answer, please let us know via westchesteroh.org or any of our social media platforms.
Welcome back, everybody, to Lakota West as Lakota East Thunderhawks are facing the Withrow Tigers, Ken, and here in a tight-fought third quarter, the Hawks have extended a little lead here with a 7 points, up 40-33.
Yeah, they have to be feeling pretty good having the 7-point lead as close as this game's been. Back and forth, we've had 8 lead changes and 5 ties. So the Hawks with the 7-point lead and the ball.
Yeah,
expect them to be a little patient here, a little more passing and selective on their shot.
Quarter ended with the Tigers with the ball and couldn't get the shot off. There's a big O rebound by Mitchell for 2.
Yeah, drive inside by Perry, missed, and great rebound and put back. 9-point lead for the Hawks, their largest of the game.
And Hawks looked like they were in a little offensive weave there, and shot went up, as you mentioned, and Mitchell able to grab that O rebound.
Johnson up top and Withrow being a little tentative there. There's a 3 by Mundane.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. You gotta box out down there. Boys are just too tall. Some of these guys can jump out of the gym, and man, you gotta get a butt in there and just make some space for yourself. But yeah, I'm real surprised that the Tigers aren't attacking that, right, with Parks.
Ingram coming in for Parks. That's an interesting move there.
Yeah.
Coming off the break of the quarter.
You got DJ, runs about 6'5" there, trying to guard a very small point guard. And as you mentioned, Ingram now comes in for Parks. And boy, he looked like he had things under control in the first quarter at that point guard position. And now, there you go. That's what you were looking for, right?
Offensive foul there. Good footwork by the Hawks there.
So
it was Bachman that took the
Bachman
charge.
stands in there and takes the charge. Said this last night. The ladies were playing here last night, Ken. The Lady Thunderhawks against the Lebanon Warriors. And boy, the Lebanon team really wanted to run down the court. Very similar to these Tigers. Hit the lane hard, and it took them 3.5 quarters before somebody stepped in and took a charge. And boy, did it change the game. So we'll see what happens here tonight after that first charge. And now Johnson gets his hand in there.
Stolen inbounds pass, and Henry's gonna get fouled and go to the free throw line.
And that's going to be on Powell. And luckily that was on LeBron. That's only his second. But that's going to put the Tigers on the free throw line as they're in the 1-on-1 bonus now. And
missed free throw.
Missed free throw, and a long rebound puts the ball back into the Tigers' hand. Oh, man. Boy, if he would have looked around, everybody left him. As Ingram goes in, there's some quick hands by Perry as he tries to get hooked. No call there, but he goes to the rack and gets 2.
That's a big-time play by Trey
Perry. Yes. Trey with the steal, and kind of got hooked right here, right in front of us, right at the half-court line. No call by the Stripes, but Trey goes in and finishes it strong to the glass. Now the Tigers looking. Henry tries to get in there. Bachman almost gets another steal and doesn't get the steal, but he gets them to knock the ball out of bounds.
Hawks have really stepped it up, the intensity on defense there.
Here you'll see the play. Ken Henry has it. Tyler reaches in, almost has it, and then they're trying to get it over to number 12, Williams there. And ball goes out of bounds by the Tigers. Now LeBron has it, swings it over, back to DJ. DJ to Perry. Perry's heating it up now, baby. He hits another 3, and that all of a sudden jumps him up to the 17-point mark as the high score for the Hawks, and really puts a big nail on the Tigers at 5:40 here, Ken. And the Hawks just extended that lead a little bit more.
Yeah, Hawks have stepped it up big time on defense. A lot of pokeaways, a lot of reaching, a lot of slaps at the ball, clean. They've only picked up 1 foul this quarter. Withrow getting a little cold and not being able to drive in like they did earlier. They're not driving and dishing and kicking out or finishing at the basket. So, I don't think it's been Withrow's missing any shots. I truly think the Hawks are just shutting them down and not allowing them to get to the rim like they like to do.
Yeah, a couple of good defensive rebounds, and we've been mentioning the offensive rebounds, the second chances the Hawks have been able to get here. And then just shooting is starting to warm up for the Thunderhawks right here at the right time, late in this fourth quarter. And now the Hawks are up 14. And Withrow called a quick timeout and definitely needed it.
And you've got to imagine how Coach Atkins coaches that it's going to be a little less shooting by the Hawks here. They're fairly comfortable that 47 should be good enough. So I can't imagine that.
Yeah, I think we'll see the weave coming in here. As now there we go. Good switch off by DJ and Perry as Perry was on one of the 6'6" Rochelle. But Ken, I peeked into that from our vantage point, the Withrow huddle, and Coach was really calm, really quiet. As Parks goes up. Oh, no. It wasn't. He moved his arm?
Yep.
Thought he stayed straight up.
Nope, Paul got it.
So LeBron's going to get called there for the foul. We will see here. Ken, take it away as he jumps up. Yeah, he's spinning. Yep.
It did go straight up, but the arm jetted into him, so free throws. And that's not what you want for the Hawks. You don't want to put them at the line. You don't want them scoring when the clock is not running.
Couldn't have said it better, Ken. You're right. Yep. So kids at home, stay on your feet, hold your ground, stay straight up, make them shoot over top of you, right? And
Parks already missed his free throw on the night, so I'm going to count both of these as money here. 47-34. 5
And
minutes
like you
left.
said, this is not the time to allow the Tigers to be scoring without the clock running, right? That's how you let teams creep back in here, as there's 2 freebies with no clock running. As Powell now brings the ball up, looks for some space. Oh, I think he walked a little bit there, but he got away with it. As
cut inside.
Tyler looking for the backdoor cut
off
to
the foot of
Jackson.
Mitchell. It's going to retain ball for the Hawks.
So here we go with the Thunderhawks are going to have the ball on the side here as they look to inbound to Bachman, and I would expect to bleed some clock right here, right, Ken?
Yeah, you want to take at least 30 seconds off, and there's going to be a grab by Ingram against Parks. He's going to go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, so that'll be their 7th foul. And like you said, that'll put Trey Perry on the line for 1-and-1. I don't think that's what Coach Atkins wanted. He wanted to bleed some time, but I think he'll take a few points here at the charity stripe if we can match it. And he gets the first run to roll in.
Perry with a nice soft touch and shooter's roll, 78% free throw shooter.
Now Johnson coming in. As he shoots the second one in and put the Hawks right at 49.
Got to be smart defensively here. Can't have anything extra.
Parks way deep, and he spins it in and out. And there's got to get that box out. This
Johnson back out to Parks, and
he buries it the second time, Ken. Again, the boxing out down underneath, right? These guys are jumping out of the gym, just skying up.
Hey, it's not enough to just turn and hope he goes over the back, because you can reach over the back, but you have to make contact and push him backwards.
So again, there's another foul away from the ball, this time by Ingram on Perry. And that'll make it his 3rd and put Perry back on the line. As he goes in there and makes the first one. And hits the second one and puts the Hawks up 51-38 now, with just 4:24 left. And Parks looking to get a quick shot here as he's looking around, looking for help. Doing a lot of dribbling. I'd say let him dribble, right?
Good pass inside there, and good finish by Henry.
I'd be content with Parks dribbling around out here just killing clock. But you got to play D on the backside as Henry found himself wide open.
Parks very unselfish there. Once he drives in, he's still looking for other players. So Hawks are going to bring it out a little bit. There's Perry up top.
He was asking for it as he goes in, finds it. Quick step, Ken. He's got a quick first step, and he knows it, and he wants the ball, and he takes it to the rack.
23 points for Trey Perry. He took him a while to get started, but once he got started, he was on a mission.
Into Johnson. Johnson's going to go to the baseline, and Bachman's going to pick up his 4th, I think, here.
They're going to get, Bachman on that.
Yeah. Halftime here, Ken. Trey only had 4 points. So he's been able to rack up these 19 in this second half.
Couple threes, couple drives, couple free throws. That's the magic formula.
Yeah, and
Johnson misses.
He did get hot right here in the 3-point range. Those beyond NBA line 3-pointers.
Surprised by the missed free throws by Withrow. Johnson's an 80% free throw shooter, so a lot of their players are missing or going 50% at the line. That time Johnson gets the second one, and we're going to have a timeout here by Withrow. Obviously setting up some full court pressure against the Hawks. Down 12, 3.5 minutes left, Dave.
Yep, we got a full timeout as the Withrow Tigers are trying to do their best to crawl back in here. Both teams at the bonus, 1-1. Hawks still 2 away, and then Withrow 1 away from being 2 shots through the rest of this game. But as you mentioned, if the Hawks can roll their cards right here, chew a little clock up, let Withrow play around out top, clock will be their friend as they sit on this 12-point lead.
There's a good look at both benches there. Players really intense and really focused on what their coach was saying. The impressive thing about the Hawks, look at their entire bench players who haven't even been in the game, making sure they know what page everybody's on. And there's team manager.
Always here, been with the team a long time. They rally around that young man, and always there helping out with the Hawks. His parents are always here volunteering. I think his dad's doing the book today. He does camera, so really appreciate them. Shout out to him. As the Hawks have the ball now, there looks like a full court press by Withrow, as Hawks got a little crazy there with the long pass across court. And Coach Atkins is going to use one of those TOs, as I don't think they were going to be able to make the 10 mark there, Ken.
Yeah, the couple traps there, good full court pressure by Withrow, and Coach Atkins has to make sure that everybody's on the same page with the press break here. Going to draw up something on the board there, and there's Withrow. Good shot at Withrow. Talking things over. That was a very impressive full court pressure there.
Yeah, they came out of that timeout knowing what they wanted to do with the full court pressure there, and really caught, I think, the Hawks by surprise, which, you know, down 12 at this point in the game, you got to expect that there's going to be pressure probably the rest of the way.
So here's the reset. We've got 9 team fouls for the Hawks, 2 timeouts left, 8 team fouls for Withrow, 1 timeout left. Hawks up by 12, 3 minutes, 23 seconds left.
So ball will be on the side there as the Hawks set up, and Withrow's going to be in that press still as they get it in the Perry. He looks up, dribbles a few, finds the double, and brings it way across court here to Powell. As he looks in, gets the DJ back out to Perry, and I think that's what Coach Atkins wanted. Get the ball over, get it back out top.
Mitchell's not happy with that foul call. He thought he got all ball, but, you know, it's not a bad thing to put the Hawks at the line here. You know, it's still kind of early with 3 minutes left, but.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, if you know the Hawks, you know they're going to bleed some clock here. I don't think that's what Rochelle was wanting to do, is put him on the line. He was trying to play some tough D. But I'll have to give the strike. I mean, they've been calling it consistent. They're calling that reach in there all night long consistently. So,
and nothing more than giving Trey Perry a chance to add more to his point repertoire now with 24 of the 54 Thunderhawk points.
And Trey's been in these positions before a couple times this season, and regular season came up short in some big games that the Hawks were in at the foul line. And so those are learning moments that he's now putting into practice here in the tournament. So
Parks brings it up here, and he's going to drive hard to the basket.
There's a block by Powell. As we're just going to say, Trey knocked those 2 down, and Parks comes down the other way. And LeBron gets up in the air and knocks that away.
Back up top there, Mitchell.
And just want to mention, too, you know, Trey Perry, only a sophomore. That's a sophomore out there playing that way, Ken. So pretty impressive. And, boy, Coach Atkins got to be happy to have him on the roster for a couple more years as he looks, finds Powell over to Smith. Smith back out to Mitchell.
Hawks doing a great job getting it all the way inside and then kicking it all the way back. You know, Withrow.
Now they're going to double team.
In,
oh, they had DJ on the back door with an easy layup. As Smith now has the ball, they're going to try to foul. And they're going to foul Mitchell and put him on the line.
If you're Withrow, I'm not sure that's who you want at the line for the Hawks. Mitchell, a 90.5% free throw shooter.
So 2:06, and we'll pause here for some shots at the foul line. That's going to be 10 now, right?
Yeah, Dave, that's vintage Lakota East, though. The way they can run clock there at the end and just pass the ball in. They go all the way inside and then kick it out. What that does, the defense collapses in, and they kind of forget about the player at half court, so it gives them the easier outlet pass to reset. A lot of teams keep it all inside between the three-point arc and half court. The Hawks use the full half court to run that, so outstanding, and Mitchell hits them both.
Absolutely, Ken, as that puts now the Hawks in the double bonus the rest of the way here. So every foul, they're going to go to line for 2 for sure. Hawks still got 1 to give, as now Mundane goes in hard, and we're going to have another whistle, and I think that's going to be that 10th foul now on the Hawks.
Yeah, so we're looking at a lot of free throws here in the last 2 minutes. You know, both teams good free throw shooting teams. Withrow 66%, Hawks at 72%. Mundane
going to the line.
At the line, he has only 5 points, but he's been in the action here. He's only a 54% free throw shooter. And of course, he'll be the one that knocks them both down.
We've been the mojo so far, right? We wanted 0 rebounds. You called the free throw for Mitchell strong, and he hit his, and now Mundane hits his for the Tigers as the Hawks bring it up quick over the line this time and break that press.
Powell's
as LeBron dribbles around, gets it to Bachman. Bachman over to Perry. Perry to Mitchell. And they're going to reach in and grab Mitchell again and put him on the line as he'll go for 2. Everybody's going to be shooting 2 the rest of the way here for the last $1:35. As the Hawks continue to control pace and control the ball right now.
Hawks, if they maintain the lead here, will move on to face the winner of Moeller and Hamilton on Saturday, February 25th at 3 p.m. here at Lakota West Arena.
As Moeller and Hamilton have done their warm-ups, they're sitting in the wings here just waiting for this one to be done to get out on here and do some more pregame. As Mitchell hits those and ball goes over to Henry.
Continuation there. Wow, Perry's shocked. Got the foul early.
Got the
and
NBA.
The continuation.
Got the NBA call right there.
Chris Henry's going to try and get the three-point old-fashioned. We're going to watch this again here. Baseline, and there's the grab, the whistle, the dribble, the step.
And they call it. So Coach Adkins was asking the same thing that we saw, but yeah, I thought that was going to be down on the floor. So he'll go to 2, line for 2, Henry. And it comes off long. And I think we got a lane violation.
So I wonder if they called that on the floor and didn't count the basket. I think that's what happened. They called it on the floor, and he was shooting because we're in the bonus.
He gave the and one sign there. The Stripes did, so. Now we're going to get a quick whistle there by the Tigers and put the Hawks back on the line. They've decided not to put Perry or Mitchell, and they went with Jackson. So Derek with an opportunity here to show them he was not the right guy to foul either and get his first points of the game here as Derek goes and grabs the first one pretty.
Jackson 73% free throw shooter. Averages 6.1 points a game.
So now who do you foul as you've hit everybody and you put the guy who hasn't scored and he just drains 2. So Hawks now up 15, 60-49 here with the last 122 as Parks brings the ball up, looks over.
Just got to be smart
Ingram.
here. Can't do anything foolish. Can't put Withrow on the line.
Yep,
Parks,
and Parks
long
way out there
drains it
in NBA land. So him and Perry like that deep, deep 3, right? As Tyler now slices through the Tigers press break and tosses it over there. I think he was looking for Josiah.
Interesting that the Hawks didn't kick it out there. They went for the full drive and try and score, which is a little surprising in itself to your opponent. So
yeah.
Hawks again substituting almost every dead ball, getting different players in there to vary it up on both offense and defense.
Yep,
Coach Atkins taking his time out.
I think he's going to set up what he wants here the rest of the way, Ken. As you mentioned, using the bench, getting fresh legs out there, playing the offense-defense side of the court, as the Tigers now are over here setting up what they want to do with the ball coming in. I think they may be anticipating some press, but I doubt if Coach Atkins has much of a press other than just not let them roll the ball in, right?
You know, Dave, I'm extremely impressed by Alex Parks for Withrow. There was a feel-good story on WCPO on Tuesday about his relationship with his head coach, about the improvement he made in the classroom, how he wants to better himself. Senior, fantastic player from what I've seen on the floor here. Just shares the ball with his teammates and shows some court leadership. So
yeah, great point,
shout out
Ken.
to that young man.
You know, we talk about student athletes, and the student comes first, and so that's nice to see that though these kids love this game, we love to talk about this game and share this game with everybody, but it's all about the classroom, right? Even if you're going to play on at the next level, right? If you can't do the classroom work, then you're not going to be on the hardwood. So that's great share. Appreciate that.
Perry shoots his first free throw, gives him 26 points on the day.
And with just under the 1 minute mark there, as the Hawks got the ball in and the Tigers fouled quickly and puts them up, and Tigers come in with the ball. Parker steps back again.
Yep, big rebound.
Parks comes off short there.
Have to imagine that Withrow should throw the towel in pretty soon. Coach looking down his bench, seeing who else he needs to get in there.
Looking up at the scoreboard, down 14 with 47 seconds.
Got a couple seniors that I think.
And I think he's pointing down the bench right now, bringing some guys in.
Yep, it's going to be Teron Nichols. There's a junior.
As Bachman is at the line, shooting two, gets the first one.
Yeah, I don't know if McConnell is dressed. He's the only senior that hasn't get in the game.
Parks is going to come out, the senior.
Yep. Going to give the seniors their moment here to come off the court and be recognized. Surprised Parks was out first.
Yeah. And Bachman knocks down the second one, and he'll take a quick seat as Coach slaps his hand, says thank you, Tyler, for those two buckets, and Josiah Smith comes in. So playing the defensive role here with a little bit more height as Ingram floats one in and gets nothing but net and brings their count up to 50.
And Withrow not giving up. They're going to
nope, they're playing hard.
There. Hawks are going to settle it out, and this is probably going to do it.
Yeah, full court press. They broke. Can't get it here. I think he's just going to get up into Trey's grill just to make him dribble around. Going to go over to the corner to Johnson. Johnson back to Mitchell. Mitchell's going to hold. And just not going to let him sit there and hold the ball as Mitchell makes a move, brings it in. Josiah has it. And then I think that's all she's going to write. So, Ken, I appreciate you being here. Love being at courtside with you.
Good work, Dave.
Thanks for Westchester Cable. Your Thunderhawks 64, Withrow Tigers 50.